Good morning, gardening friends. It is now Sunday, the 23rd or 4th or something like that of February. I'll put it down below. And I've already kind of started, but I wanted to show you I kind of trimmed a little bit out of the bottom of the tree because it was looking kind of uneven. So it's looking a little better, but I still got to get the top of that tree at some point. But today I figured, all right, I'm just going to try and get, 2-3 hours each morning until I can kind of get caught up. And I'm walking around here because I want to show you I've already filled one of these cans with well, not filled, but I put a bunch in there and I cut some of that out. And so now the next thing I'm going to do for cleanup here, actually I can see a little piece right in there. I don't know if you can see a little bit of yellow. That's the other thing, is my eyes start to water from all this yellow pollen type stuff. But I want to try and clean up just behind the succulents on the wall here. And I want to get, actually, I guess I'm already kind of past this big crack because I have a plan for this. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but I've been trying to figure out where to put a bunch of the larger rocks that, just as I keep excavating and moving dirt around and everything, these rocks just keep getting in the way. So I've been piling them up, and now it's like, where do I put them? And I'm thinking, well, we got this crack in the wall. We can use that as a drain. I can basically excavate some dirt out, dump the rocks in there, use it as kind of a dry well, and maybe it'll let the water drain out better, so it'll give us a little bit more time before we have to actually deal with repairing the wall. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's where I'm going to store all these rocks. And then whatever I have to excavate out of here, I'll figure out what to do with. I've been reshaping the hill because ultimately this is all retaining wall, and when it rains or when the sprinklers go off repeatedly, the dirt comes from up above and slides down. So it all keeps piling up at the bottom and kind of shifting things around, and the hill starts to look kind of uneven. So that's what I've been doing, is redistributing the dirt, mostly over on the side there, to try and make it look better. So it's kind of where I am. I'm finally going to start getting into pulling some of this weed grass out of here. It seems like it's mostly up along the succulents, so I can actually stand on this side of the wall, just move each pot over, reach in, grab the grass, pull it out at the root, or at least as much as I can out at the root, because it just keeps coming back. But that's kind of the game plan for today. I'm going to try and get some of this cleaned up, and we'll see if I can get to anything else. Okay, so I've done a bit of work. I've been cleaning up kind of in the edge behind the pots on the wall. I've been trying to clean up the pots on the wall. I didn't get all the weed grass. You can see plenty of it still there. But I mainly worked like a foot back from the wall, something like that. Some of that there, I tried to reach from the wall, but the root system for this ground cover is so thick that I couldn't really get to it. So then the next thing was I started digging. Like I said, this is the area where we've got the crack in the wall. And dug down to probably, let's see if I can probably about somewhere, a little bit below that seam there. And put some landscape fabric and dropped in most of the bucket of rocks that we've got. I got to go get some more of that. I'm going to continue to just sort of fill it up. Then what I'll do is I'll pull the ground cover. Actually, this is the sprinkler pipe here, so I need to keep it under the sprinkler pipe. I'll be able to pull that over the top of that and then pull the other piece down like that, and then I'll cover it with dirt. And so we'll have kind of a bond for the wall, I hope. It really, I guess, depends on the strength of the landscape fabric, but at least when water hits it, it should drain out pretty easily, at least down to that level. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so one large bucket, 5-gallon, full of rocks, except for those few that I left there. I just kind of want to leave a marker to remind me that we did this, or that I did this. So that's in there, and sorry about my shadow there. And I basically folded it up on the ends so it's not all spilling out or the dirt. Basically the whole point of landscape fabric is not to mix the rocks with the dirt so much. And I don't know. So I've put that together, and now I'm going to try and get some dirt on top of it and cover it up. Well, there you go. It's all buried. I put those extra rocks that were sitting here up along there as just sort of a reminder, at least for the time being. And now I need to reset all these pots, and that should take care of it for this project for today. There is still plenty more to do. Okay folks, there you have it. It's all put back together. I've done a little bit more cleanup. Like I keep saying, there's a ton more to do. But that should be it for this episode. So this is the Budget Gardener signing off, saying may your thumb be green.